Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a while since you got the first episode of Spawn Universe, since March, I believe. So, yes, a lot's happened since then. We've been through a spring, a summer, a fall, and now we're almost at the end of the year. But I am Phil, your host. And again, I know I promised this last time, we're probably going to be getting more of these more frequently. So, this one just came up out at the last moment because, again, it's the end of the year. A lot of our team is either on vacation or has holiday plans with their families. And the big thing I wanted to do, not only is this going to be an entertaining podcast, well, I hope, but also it's kind of a test run because my internet has been wonky for the last 4 or 5 days. So yeah, and supposedly my internet providers has said that the problem is resolved. So hopefully that we will see. This is a test, and also because I didn't want to rob you guys of content. Yes, we were supposed to have record a Chichester chats today with me, Lilith, Mr. DG Chichester, and a few guests. But again, my internet was just supposedly corrected and not too long ago. So yes, this is a test, and hopefully it'll still be here. So yes, if you don't see us on YouTube the next couple days, yeah, that'll be why, because technical issues. But like I said, I wanted to give you guys content, and I figured, hey, it's been a while since I've done a Spawn Universe episode, and two, we're gonna do something a little different. I know I promised you guys, during the first episode, we go in order on these things, and I absolutely plan to do that after this episode. Because again, since it is December, and I figure, hey, don't we have a Spawn Christmas issue? And we do. For those of you who know Spawn 39, so. Yes, I figured, yes, I know I'm breaking my own rule. We're going to do out of order. But after this episode, I figure, okay, we don't have any more Christmas episodes. We really don't have any other holiday up, do we? It's hard to remember, kids. I mean, we have 340 some issues of Spawn. We got, no, we're over 350. Wait, but we have so many issues of Spawn, and we have all the other series: King Spawn, Gunslinger, the Scorched, and all the other mini series. So yes, so. But yes, so after this episode, again, once we get through an episode 3, I'll jump back to, I believe we were gonna do issues 5 through 8 this time. So yes, next time we will get back to that. But I figure, again, holidays, so we'll do this. So again, this should be a quick one because again, it's only one episode, one issue. So all right, so let's get to it. Again, like I said, I just want to test my systems, see if we're back in business here, which so far so good. All right, so bring up our covers here, and of course, yes, if you can't remember which issue is the Spawn Christmas episode, yeah, or issue, yeah, there it is, Spawn 39. There's the cover. No background, just like a remember kids Spawn in a Santa hat, and yes, bloody ground there, and what's that in the sack? We're gonna find out, kids. All right, so let's get into this. Sorry, I gotta wet the whistle there. All right, so yeah, sorry, kids. I don't know when to take a drink when I don't have a co-host here. All right, so I'm gonna go with Spawn number 39 from December 1995. So, yeah, kids, this is almost a 30-year-old issue. Can you believe it? Well, next year it'll be 30, 29 now. So, the title was Noel. Writer, of course, Todd McFarlane. Penciler, Greg Capullo, the great Greg Capullo. Inker, Todd McFarlane again. Colorist, Olia Pistic, Steve Olive, and Quinn Suppley. Letterer, Tom Warzowski, and editor, Tom Warzowski. So, all right. Let's get into this. It's Christmas Eve in Harlem. A family sits around the table. Greg, the naive son, Nadine, the rebellious daughter, and Phyllis, the mother. Phyllis works two jobs, waitressing and cleaning toilets. Phyllis instructs her kids to go to bed. She then heads into work, and her boss, Mrs. White, scolds her for being late. Meanwhile, it's like a big snowstorm. So, at home, her kids watch Christmas movies until Nadine decides to take off to see a boy. As Greggy falls asleep and midnight strikes, he thinks he hears Santa on the roof with his sleigh bells jingling. On the roof, Spawn chases several robbers, his chains clang together like sleigh bells. He jumps off the building after the men with his K7 Letha suit, using its chains to grab the men. As Greggy looks out the window, he spots Spawn jumping after them with the men in chains, looking like reindeer carrying Santa across the sky. Greggy runs to the tree to see if Santa left presents. When he sees none, he runs back to the window and flings it open. He yells out that he was forgotten, but then he spots money on the ground dropped by the robbers. Well, ground, but is the fire escape. He thinks it's a present and yells "Thank you" to Santa in the night sky. Greggy runs back to wrap the money and hide it under the tree for his mom and sister. The next morning, Phyllis is shocked to discover the money. She decides to share it with the entire building as part of her Christmas cheer. Phyllis tells Greggy that Christmas is a time of love and cheer. He should always share it with his friends and family. So, heartwarming Christmas story? But never a happy ending in a Spawn book, kids. Elsewhere, Spawn sits in his throne in the Bowery alleyways. He stares at the photo Wanda gave him of her and her family in a more sad way. All right, so yes, Christmas, Christmas with Spawn. So this was I'd forgotten some of this. This was particularly interesting because yes, we see the beginning, the family sitting around like eating snacks and stuff, and then the mom says she has to go to work because, as we see from her thoughts on page 3, she she's a single mother, so she works two jobs to support her children, and she wants to give them stuff that she never had. And again, Nadine Nadine, the daughter, wants to go out and do a party and meet a boy, but her mom's like, no, you have to stay and watch Greggy, who is 5. But then as she's talking on the phone with one of her friends, she tells her, oh, yes, this the cute boy she wants to meet, Brad, is there. So she puts on it's old as his kids, a VHS tape of Rudolph. So, and she tells Greggy, you can watch mom said you can watch this as many times as you want. So Greggy just basically just sits there and watches Rudolph over and over and is just enthralled the whole time. And for any of you who've had or have young children, yes, you know they can watch things over and over. So then we see, Greggy watches over and over until he falls asleep on the couch. But then he hears a noise on the roof. Must be Santa, but no. Yeah, it's Spawn chasing a bunch of crooks, which again, I'm trying to remember in these early days. Again, he wouldn't be above like trash and some street thugs, but we didn't get that. I mean, get that a lot. It's usually like either supervillains or hellborn threats. But I mean, again, it's cute. It fits in with the Christmas theme here. So yeah, Greggy decides, oh, I'm gonna leave out milk and cookies for Santa. Although meanwhile, the cookies kind of look like donut holes. So yeah, he rushes to get him by the window, and then he's like, "Oh, I better, I don't want Santa to skip us. I better pretend I'm asleep." So he jumps in his bed, and then we see Spawn up on the roof thrashing these thugs. One falls off the roof and he catches them with his chains. Throws one into a chimney. I mean, into the side of a chimney, not down a chimney, but And again, I guess Greggy doesn't hear the gunfire as they're firing on Spawn. And Greggy's like, "Oh no, I left the milk in the kitchen." So he puts the milk next to the cookies, and then we get a cool two-page splash of when he sees Spawn with the thugs and chains. I think that's Santa and the reindeer. Again, double page splash from Greg Capullo, of course. Always a great present. Mm. Then he sees Spawn flying off with the thugs. He's like, "It was Santa," but then he sees that Santa left no presents under the tree, so he's very sad. But then guess as he's yelling out the window, "Santa, come back! You missed us." He looks on the fire escape and sees a big stack of wrapped $20 bills. So he's like, "You did it!" So he's all happy, and he takes the time and puts the money in a box and wraps it up for his mom. And he's like, "I can't wait till Mom and Nadine see this." And then the next day, his mom is very surprised to find this stack of money in this box. So just to show him what the Christmas season means, she uses the money to basically throw a party and like basically make sure all the poor people in this building are like fed and all the kids get presents and stuff. So yes, showing him the true meaning of the season.
Aww.
That's right. And Sal's basically telling him, "I'm so proud of you. This day is only possible because of you." And Greg is like, "And Santa, right?" She's like, "Yeah, and Santa." So basically, yes, and Spawn. The hell Spawn. And again, we kind of get one of the last images is Greggy's little head there and like almost like a wreath, but we get like Christmas ornaments with like Terry, Wanda, and Cyan, and Sam and Twitch, and some of the guys from the alley. Wonder how those alley guys are doing. And Spawn hasn't been there in a while. But yeah, the last page we do see Spawn sitting on his little junk throne, which again we haven't seen that in a long time. And just staring at the picture of Wanda and the family. So yes, kind of a happy ending. I mean, again, Spawn helped bring unintentionally, of course, but Spawn helped bring Christmas spirits and cheers to this family, and even though he spent it alone. So again, good issue, and again, like I said, it's weird seeing Spawn tackling like these basically just like three street thugs, but again, it is it fits this the theme of the holiday season, and that also explains why Spawn's in this neighborhood, and so yes, good job by the team, and again, this is a 29-year-old issue. I'm not sure what I've got this a long time ago, so I don't know what the floppy would cost you, but again, it's issue 39. So any collection that include if we're 39s in the spans, it should be in there. So, and again, we could probably buy it digitally. I think Spawn is digital, isn't it? At least somewhere. So, yeah. So Spawn 39, December 1995. Pick it up if you want like a not your typical holiday story. Again, you get your holiday feel goods, but also you get a Spawn store. Not that you see him speak or anything. It's basically just thrashing these thugs. We don't know where they were coming from, where they were going, but obviously, yes, they looks like they robbed someplace. So, but yes, again, like I said, not a long episode, but I did want to do this for Christmas. So, and again, you guys have been waiting a while for Spawn. So, all right. So, yes, again, we're not even at 15 minutes, but yeah, I'm going to cut it there just because, again, one issue, not a lot. And again, I think I said this in the first episode. Some of your thoughts. Do you want to hear some talk on the new issues? Some of your thoughts on the new issues. We'll talk it out. Or if you were looking for a somewhat regular podcast to jump on, now I'm willing to entertain. If anyone wants to come on and co-host. And again, I have plenty of co-hosts, but again, I feel like I stretch them to the bit. But I am again, since this is the one of the last episodes of the year, I just want to say how grateful I am for my co-hosts and well, everyone here, anyone who listens to any of our or all of our shows, either on YouTube or on the audio podcast, depending where you're listening or watching. So, yes, we are grateful. We're still going to hit you up for money, kids. So yes. So send me your thoughts. How do you think I can improve this show? Do you want new issue talks as well? Again, I think all the new books have been doing a great job. Again, I mean, it's good, but I'm chomping at the bit for everyone to get their powers back. And yes, if you would be interested in doing a semi-regular shot with Spawn, let me know. I also want to get back to Watts and Joe's, my reviews of classic Transformers and G.I. Joe, Marvel stuff. If you'd be interested in that, let me know. But yes, thank you. This will probably be the last Spawn of the year. And if you, again, we're grateful for you all the listeners, everyone who especially if you interact with us on social media or anywhere else. But, and like I said, again, if you can help support this show, again, me and all my co-hosts, we don't get paid for this, so again, people throw in their own money to keep us going here, all of us on the team. So if you want to help give back, please, or again, just send feedback. CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your Capes and Lunatics merch, the new Capes and Lunatics merch, the classic Capes and Lunatics merch. And again, we do, if you're feeling extremely generous and want to give us money for nothing, little favorite, you can always hit us up on the Cash App link. It's Capes and Lunatics. And of course, you can always support our Patreon, where if you do become a Patreon member, you do get exclusive episodes just for you. Again, if you're a patron, only the patrons see those episodes, and completely uncensored. And when you join our Patreon, you do get the ability to program for us. If you have a topic you want us to discuss on the Patreon, we'll take it under advisement, and you'll probably get your topic discussed on the air. Me and Lilith, or if we need to bring anyone else on, we will. All right, kids. So yes, so you can subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/capesandlunatics, and you can find everything at tubespace.ao/capesandlunatics podcast network. That's tubespace.ao/capesandlunatics podcast network. And if you want to follow us on social media, I mean, the easiest way, Spawn Universe has its own Facebook page, but the easiest way to see all our content is either to follow Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network or Capes and Lunatics on pretty much all social media, Facebook, the Evil Place, the X, Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks have pages on Instagram accounts. Right now on Blue Sky, it's just Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network, and you can also find myself personally at Capes or Blue Sky Nightwing PDP. So please follow me there. Follow Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. We're always looking for new friends, especially on Blue Sky. So again, they've been very welcoming to us. All right, so that is it. Oh, and especially, yes, and again, in the new year, I do plan to do this on a more regular basis. You're not going to be waiting like 9 months for another episode. So, but yes, again, like I said, send us feedback, send us, either on the episode, the issue I talked tonight, the new Spawn stuff. Again, if you want to be a co-host, let me know. And most importantly, if you get any Spawn merch for Christmas, send it to me, especially if you can send me pictures. And if you have no problem with me sharing those pictures, let me know. So, yeah, kids, everyone, all the Spawn fans, show your love and show everyone what you got, and we can all compare Christmas gifts. All right. So, all right. Good episode, kids. Thank you for joining us. You don't talk a lot. All right, so as I said, be back in the new year. Hopefully, I'll get you a Boxing Joe's episode maybe by the end of the month. But again, all our usual stuff's up there. Ultimate Spider Cast, all the Marvel and DC stuff is there. Capes Lunatics and Capes Lunatics Sidekicks, 2 different podcasts, and a whole bunch of shows. Again, it's holiday season. Be well to each other. It's hard sometimes, but yeah, show the world why Spawn fans are some of the greatest. My comic book fans are the greatest. All right, kids, come back next time. We'll go to hell and back.